Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Play clock winding down. To throw is Elway. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. So they're operating in the red zone. The Pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The slot man in motion right. Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tony Dorsett, a 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The 4-time Pro Bowler Herman Moore, his first grab of the game.
Led the league in receptions twice. And just think about, he was the game plan. When you had to line up against Detroit, circle him, find a way to stop him, and rarely did teams get that done. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Elway. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
On the run, it's Bush. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elway. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll wait to throw on second. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Reggie Bush taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So the 3-time Pro Bowler Javon Curse with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third down and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And his pass incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Now the Hall of Famer Dorsett. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They set up the screen to Dorsett. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Surveying the field. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy.
This is caught inside the 15.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep.
Hank, I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On the give, this is Dorsett. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it with Tony D. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Dorsett. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this is caught, pulled in by Clark. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
They know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. David Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an open terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or crease or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys are